Man, it's been a minute, y'all. I'm back with a brand new Cornfed. Review. Today we will be reviewing Mickey 17.
The simple fact is, we're in a state of war, and our survival is in the balance.
I got a job to do.
Mickey Barnes, fighting right to the end.
My great gift to mankind. Are you afraid to die? This time I wasn't scared.
Mickey 17 was directed by Parasite fame Bong Joon-ho, and it stars Robert Pattinson. We also have Steven Yeun. I'm just gonna get right into it. We also have Mark Ruffalo, who does this really cringy impression of Trump. I'm so sick and tired of these, we're gonna throw some shade at Trump. We're gonna do an impersonation of him, a personified goofy. I'm just so sick, we showed just a cheeky little throwing shade. It's just so cringy and on the nose, and I'm just so over it. I don't care at all for Trump. I don't even not like him. I just don't care about him. But to see it so often now to the point where it's on these big blockbuster movies, I'm just kind of over it at this point. Anyways, Mark Ruffalo's in it. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was really stoked for this movie. I absolutely loved Parasite. I thought it was brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Okja yet or Snowpiercer, but they have been on my watch list for such a very long time. But off the strength of Parasite alone, I really wanted to watch this movie. I was anticipating it, excited for it since last year when it was announced. I love Robert Pattinson. I think he's doing a great job as of recently. And it just looked like a really fun, cool premise. I've seen a little bit of this premise, or so I thought, in Groundhog Day and The Edge of Tomorrow, but this is similar, but not really. It's not the same character experiencing the same day over and over and over again. He just has countless lives where he dies on purpose, which again, I thought was a pretty cool premise. But very shortly, I found out how boring this premise can actually be, or how hard they made this premise uninteresting. I found myself just so bored throughout this movie. I'm sorry. It wasn't even like a slow burn. It wasn't like the pacing wasn't off. I just couldn't explain it. I just found myself so disinterested in this movie because I felt like it went absolutely nowhere. This movie was based off a book. It's called Mickey 7, where they only explore 7 Mickey rebirths or whatever. This one expands it. They explore 17 kind of. But I just found myself so disinterested in this character because I found that they never explored anything deep about the intricacies of this topic of dying and coming back to life. They kind of touch it, but not in a very empathetic way. You're just watching this guy kind of be tortured and you watch him suffer, but there's no real, weight behind it because you know he's going to come back. You don't really feel bad for him. I think that they could have done that, but I just never felt bad for him. He's kind of like a weak pushover kind of guy. And I never found myself really particularly rooting for him. I like the character only because I biasly like Robert Pattinson. I think he's a cool actor. I think he does a good job. But other than that, man, I just found myself just so boring. There was just so much talking. And the reason why I bring up that it is from a book is because you can so clearly tell that it was based off of a book. The whole movie is narrated. It's almost as if they are reading directly out of the book, which is okay. But when you adapt a book, you have to take some creative liberties into making it an appealing movie. I just thought I was watching a book being read to me with visuals. The whole time you're hearing Robert Pattinson's Steve Buscemi impression saying,
"And I went to this planet, and then I died. And I wish they picked me up, but they're not. Well, that's okay. I'm going to be reprinted. I met this girl named Nasha, and she's really nice. She's really fun."
It's just dude, I don't care. I liked the love aspect a little bit. I thought she was cool, but overall, I just found myself just not interested. I found myself, dude, I went to this theater alone. I went at right after work, 5:15. There was an empty theater, and I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. No one's interested. I'm just saying it's a weird time to go see a movie at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was the only guy in the theater for about 30 minutes. Then someone walked in 30 minutes later, and I'm not joking. 30 minutes into this movie, this dude was. I had to pull one of these. I had to cough really loud so he could wake up because his snoring was distracting me. And then also I did another passive aggressive, like when something happened, I was like, damn! So he woke up. But it just proves like, dude, I was falling asleep. I was falling asleep. This guy was falling asleep. And I feel like I have a good sense of when I'm maybe missing something or something went over my head or maybe, it's too artsy for me or maybe it's a slow burn that I'm just too TikTok brained to enjoy. But no, I was like thoroughly enjoyed. I had an energy drink. I was locked in. I was trying to fully soak it in. I wasn't becoming distracted. I just didn't find anything to hold on to or really love about this movie until the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes to me were fucking amazing. The first hour and 45 minutes, just fucking boring. I don't know. I hate to say it. I was so fucking excited for this movie. But the first hour 45 wasn't for me, but the last 30 minutes when they explore this really cool alien creature, worm, centipede thing, that's when it finally got me because they were finally doing something interesting. They were trying to communicate with these bugs. They have this thing where half of the scientists are trying to empathize with this alien species. They're trying to get in the way of them being exterminated. There's this whole thing about trying to save them and understand them and communicate with them. They end up communicating in this really cool fucking silence. So it was just cool, man. They had this thing where the alien told Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson, now he was like, if I don't get my baby back, I can make your eyes explode with this mating call that I can do. And this dude stands up and he's fucking huge. He looks like a hand with claws as his face. And then you didn't know he has eyes, and his eyes come out and they're human eyeballs and they're all standing up like this with their eyeball. It was just creepy, dude. It was like a scene or an image that was ingrained in my head. It was creepy in a very cool, interesting, holy shit, I've never seen this before kind of way. There's this whole ending scene when they're in the snow trying to communicate with the people on the ship. It's just, the last 30 minutes were fucking cool, man. I wish they would ditch the oh my gosh, we're duplicates, we're the same, oh my god, I die all the time. I wish they would fucking leave that behind, maybe spend 30 minutes on that, and then the rest of the hour exploring these aliens, trying to talk with them, these two duplicates maybe working together or fighting along the way. I don't know. The alien shit was cool. The first hour, 45 minutes was not. I found myself not interested. I just felt no pull, no connection, and I don't always need a connection, but I need a reason to give a fuck about what I'm watching or what I'm spending and investing my time into or spending my $8 on this ticket. I need to feel something, and I felt nothing until the end when I saw cute little alien worm babies, and I was like, okay, this is kind of tight. Hold on. But other than that, man, this movie wasn't for me. And I know myself pretty well, and I can tell when I don't like a movie because my expectations were too high. I feel like they were adequate, and again, if I feel like I'm missing something, maybe something went over my head, I didn't understand the plot all the way, I can really acknowledge that, and I would vocalize that with you guys. But I feel like I understood everything. Everything was kind of pretty clear. There's no really giant concepts to understand. It's just, I didn't particularly like it. I'd love to know what you think about it. But as far as my final rating, 0 to 5, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 1.5 out of 5. I know, a little harsh. I give it the 1.5 because I love the concept of the aliens. The Robert Pattinson acting was on par. It was awesome. But other than that, I can't find anything that I really enjoyed about this movie, unfortunately. Sucks because I was super excited about it. But let me know your thoughts. Did you watch it? Are you going to go watch it? Is there something I missed? Maybe? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week. Follow me on Letterboxd if you're not already. And I look forward to talking to you guys about the next movie. Have a good week.
Goodbye? That's just noises. Finally, I walked away and I said, I'm leaving!